I just cannot.
And it's always written as this weird sensual piece. Is the damning thing about it.
And you know what's the worst part?
What's
I
that?
bet there are some sickos out there that actually get off to that stuff.
Oh yeah, there
You,
probably
you,
is.
you can't tell me that there's not people who get off to that. Cause there is. Like, the world is full of so many
There's
freaking
an audience for
weirdos.
everything,
It's just not even
unfortunately
funny.
enough.
That's why people love crossovers so much. That's exactly why. It's not always for wholesome reasons. that they want to friggin' see. Oh my god, what can I think of? I want to see Digimon get it on freaking Bakugan and some weird shit. Oh man, I freaking wonder what happened to that show.
There's no telling.
I used to enjoy watching Bakugan.
I used to enjoy the older seasons.
I
Like
remember at
not
school my friends used to have the freaking toys and all that cool stuff.
yes, I collected Pokemon when I was like 10.
I thought the
I had
Bakugan were so cool because they were freaking like they started off as little balls, and then when you like dropped them on a table or something, like you know, they formed little creatures.
yeah.
Like they clicked
I
out
remember
or something weird like that.
yeah, I remember whenever they first came out with the with the ones for Dan's Bakugan, what was his name? Pyro? No, Drago. The ones where it was like all the little trap Pokemon Bakugan things that were shaped weird, and you could like connect them together to make like a big dragon thing.
I wonder what the heck happened. I wonder what the hell happened to my toy set too, because I had like 5 or 6 of those, and then one day they just disappeared. I just don't know what happened.
Dude, I had like 20 of them. I was fucking hooked for the longest time.
Like I would take my parents like every day. I'm like, dude, I gotta have this new Bakugan toy because it looks so freaking awesome, and I gotta show off to my friends and prove that they're cucks and that I'm awesome.
Well, another thing was that my older cousin was really into Bakugan. He was like a good 4 or 5 years older than me, so me being 11, 10 or 11, I was like, damn, that's gonna make me so cool if I have Bakugan as well.
I remember I used to have a bunch of Pokemon cards too. I had like 200 of those things. And then one day I was like, I don't want these anymore. Just tossed them out. Put my toy box. I was so freaking stupid because it was worth like $20 or something. Man, I was a stupid kid. I really was.
That's how you know you've lived a good childhood.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like, if you can look back and truly regret your actions as a kid, then you truly lived as a kid.
Well, I got a lot of regrets, my guy. Don't even get me started.
Remember Beyblades?
Oh, yes, I used to have 2 of those. Oh man, I had this really fat plastic looking one, and on the interior it was metal. I don't know what version of that one it was, but it was some green bluish type of Beyblade. And then I had like one smaller one that was all red. I had so much fun with that in school. I really did.
I remember
I think they got confiscated though. Man,
probably
teachers suck.
they do. They
Like,
can't let you have fun. I still think my sixth grade math teacher is a bitch. We got done with all our work in class. Well, my group got done early, and so we were just sitting in the back of the room playing Pokemon. And we thought it was just the coolest fucking thing. And she
yeah.
comes back there and she's like, "Why aren't you doing your work?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we finished, so we're just playing back here." She's like, "No, you can't play with those in class," and she gave us more work and took her Pokemon cards.
Gave you more work, so basically extra credit.
Yeah. No, not even extra credit, just busy work, and she'd write us up for defiance of authority if we didn't do it.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I hate the
You
defiance of authority rule. You can literally be written up for not doing what the teacher says, even if it's complete bullshit. Unless the teacher is literally breaking a rule and doing some,
I literally
like,
feel like some teachers like they really like to abuse their power.
they do. My little brother, he's 12. His math teacher
Like,
said that it's scientifically proven that all their brains work at 50% brain capacity, and therefore they are literally incapable of understanding how much work she goes through as a teacher. And by the way, her teaching, almost the majority of the time, she's literally just sitting on Facebook on her phone,
oh,
and
so she's
she's
a
putting
lazy
shit up on the
teacher
board.
too.
Oh yeah. She was like a lot of my teachers.
I had this one teacher that I kind of hated myself. She was a mega bitch. Second grade, called Miss Wilkins. Like she was literally evil. At least it felt that way. Because oh my god, dude. I did nothing but try to be nice. And she just spat in my face basically, dude. She was just awful to me. And I think she literally singled me out too, because I don't recall her mistreating anyone else but me.
I hate when teachers do that, dude. It's
Like,
like you
I
can't
never
just write
did
it
a
off.
damn thing to her. She'd always call me out for the stupidest stuff as well. Like, dude, I was a kid. Like, what the flip, man? Like, oh my god. I hope she doesn't teach anymore. I really do. And I feel bad for whoever else had her that she treated like dog shit. Because, oh my god. These days, I wouldn't take any crap from her. I would literally punch her in the face. I'm like, the f you say to me?
My biggest
You
regret
know?
from middle school is not smart enough to morph my teachers.
And then, that's not even the worst. The worst is, when I had this altercation with another student. I don't know, he was mentally challenged or something. Had some major anger issues. And I remember I was in line, right? And we got into a little squabble, and he pushed me to the ground. And you know what this bitch says?
What's that?
She said, "That's what you fucking get. That's what you freaking get." That's what she said.
My
She didn't. She
gosh.
didn't curse, but she said, "That's what you freaking get." And I was like, "Excuse me," in my head, because like, you know, you're not supposed to talk back to the teachers and blah blah blah. But
Right.
that's what basically solidified it, that she hated me and that she was just rude and awful. Just oh my god. And then at the end of the year, right? I tried one last time to be nice. And I actually said that I relatively enjoyed my class. And I basically said, "You know, Miss Wilkins, you ain't so bad." I basically swallowed my pride. And you know what this bitch says?
What's
She's
that?
like, "Yeah, right. You full of it." And I'm like, "Excuse you?" I swallowed my pride to be nice to this class and you say, yeah, sure, whatever. I was just so fed up with her at that point, but I was a kid and there was nothing I could do. So I just had to deal with it. So yeah.
It's really fucked up whenever the teacher's just in there always pushing you around. And like some other teacher or the principal or whoever walks in and like a switch just fucking flips.
Yeah.
They're just literally a fucking angel.
Yeah, they're so fake. They're so freaking fake. You can just tell.
I had a teacher get pissy with me because I was taking my notes a certain way. And which is retarded in the first place to criticize someone for how they take their notes. But she got all pissy with me. She's like, look, this is how you need to put your notes. You need to do it in this format. Blah 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 bullshit. I damn near looked at her and said, look, you need to get off your phone. You need to stop eating Subway and talking to other teachers in the middle of class. You need to actually get up there and teach us how to do the fucking work. I was basically the class tutor because she would just sit on her ass. She would do nothing. She would just kind of click through a slideshow, not even look at the screen. And like the slideshow would be done. She'd still be sitting there pressing the space bar every now and then to get to go. One of us would have to tell her, you know, hey, bitch, slideshow's done. And she'd just be like, oh, well, sorry then. And just fuck right off. She's like, here's some work, bastards. She didn't say bastards, but the tone of voice said that she was thinking about it. And that was it. If you had a question, it was go look at your notes.
Yeah, some people just are not qualified to be teachers. Like, they may have, like, the bachelor's degree and everything, but they freaking despise kids, basically.
It
And
really
like,
is proof that a degree means nothing in certain fields.
because like, that behavior from teachers is just absolutely disgusting when it comes to developing children.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand like teachers being like no nonsense in high school because, yeah, I get it. Like, we're growing into young adults. Like, we act like little shits.
Dude,
But
when I got to high school, there was such a major fucking change. Like, back in middle school, all of the teachers were constantly uptight about everything. They basically hated children. There were 2 or 3 teachers that were actually really awesome. And I still talk to them a lot. But outside of that, they were all just very, very hellish. And once I got out to the high school, it was so much more chill. Like, the ag teacher would let people dip in class and shit. A lot of the teachers didn't care if you cussed or talked or cheated on tests or whatever, just as long as you weren't, like, sitting there being too obvious about it, you know?
that's the difference between our 2 schools, my guy. Because I went to a charter school in high school.
What was that like?
A little bit more strict than a regular public school, but you got a lot of freaking awesome teachers. I'm not even gonna lie, but they do have a limit on the BS that you can pull. Cause like if you step out of line too much, that they're gonna bite back, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, those teachers had my respect. And I really liked a lot of them. Like, there was very few that I did not like. Very few.
I remember there was this one teacher, and so her name was Miss Keeter. She taught a lot of different grades at the high school. She taught 9th, 10th, and 12th. And that's kind of stressful to a point, especially when you have your freshman class in the last period of the day, because obviously they're going to be the loudest, more immature period. They're just going to be talking and being loud and shit like freshmen do. and she was always in a bad mood because of it. I had her for 3 different years. I'm actually
Yeah.
still taking her finance class on the computer now because coronavirus bull crap.
Mhm.
She was really mean, and a lot of us were like, "Oh, Miss Keter's such a bitch," but the problem was she was put in such a shitty scenario. Like, okay, so she has a child named CJ. CJ has Down
Okay.
syndrome, like really fucking badly. He's going to be graduating high school next year, and he can't dress himself properly on a lot of days. Like most
That,
days, he needs help dressing himself. Needs help going to the bathroom a lot of the time. I
I
mean, he's a
kind of. Hmm.
good.
I was just like, I know you're kind of explaining it, but like, I'm just like, Down syndrome. Is that like? I don't want to. Is that like a form of autism that I'm trying to like, or is it not? Because I'm not really certain.
It's similar to autism, but autism is more of a behavioral thing. That's the difference.
Okay. Okay.
Autism is purely behavioral. It's not necessarily a development issue. It's
Mhm.
more of your ability to communicate with other people and
So, having Down syndrome makes you basically not really able to take care of yourself, is what I'm getting from basically what you're describing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it really seems like that's what you're trying to tell me. Oh, crap.
Wi-Fi shit out on me.
Oh,
But Down
did
syndrome
you
is
hear
more
any
like
of what I just asked you?
you asked me what the difference between autism and
Yeah, but I
Down
said
syndrome.
something after that. So I basically said Down syndrome is Down syndrome, excuse me. I'm freaking tired. Don't judge me. Down syndrome, right? Basically means like it's harder for an individual to take care of themselves based off of what you're describing to me.
To a point,
Is
yeah.
that right?
It kind of halts your ability to grow mentally. So
Mhm.
like after a certain point, you kind of stop learning as fast. Like the first couple of years are slower paced, but they're not that bad. But once you start getting older and older, you start learning less and less.
Oh my
And so
god.
even though CJ is like 16 years old, he still has a mind of like a 6 or 7-year-old. Has the same behavior, acts and talks the same way,
This is not good.
has temper tantrums the same way as well. I've witnessed a few of them.
Oh.
They were eventful.
So like you saw him before then.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen him multiple times. Miss Keter's not father, I don't know why I said that. Husband is Air Force, so a lot of the time he's not home or in Alabama. He's off doing something else.
Mhm.
So sometimes CJ would have to come to class from the middle school or one of our high school teachers early and come sit in this Here's class with us. Because I had our last period of the day for my first 2 years, which was horrible. And he would just sit there and he would be loud and he would play with stuff. I remember one day this kid was just trying to do some paperwork. I watched CJ. She had this nice recliner chair, like one of them old ones. And I watched CJ literally sit there and ball up 30 balls of paper and like just one by one stick them under the cushion of the chair. Every time he would look up to see if Miss Keir was looking.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but I thought that was so damn funny.
How strange. I
Like,
mean, it's a weird thing to do, but I guess like watching it close up would be kind of like, haha, it's kind of strange. It's sort of funny too.
well, when it's the end of the day and
Hmm.
you're just looking at the clock, you're just waiting for it to hit 3 o'clock,
Oh God,
and you got like
sorry,
10 minutes
just got
left, and
killed.
you know the teacher's going to blow up if she sees this. You're just
Hmm.
waiting for it to happen. Then it's pretty funny.
Oh, so was like you laughing like you anticipating her reaction or
Basically, I was just waiting for some shit to go down.
oh, I
The
wonder
last
why he
five
would do
minutes of
that though.
class. I, again, mind of a 6 or 7 year old, so
Yeah, yeah, I
it was
know, but like
maybe like a
you think he'd
self-occupation
like
thing.
use it to draw or something like that instead.
He was one of the destructive children. He was one of those
Ah,
types.
I see. Fascinating.
Troublemaker. Yeah. So that did make things very interesting a lot of days.
Well, to be honest with you, in a way I can sorta kinda relate. Like what I'm trying to say is that like I had a similar experience because I have an uncle with severe autism and basically like what you said with this kid, yeah, my uncle can't really take care of himself that well either. And not only that, but I have a younger cousin as well. So I have an uncle named Chris and a cousin named Zion, right?
Right.
And oh my god, Zion, he's not that bad, but my uncle Chris, he's pretty terrible. He can't even talk. That how bad it
Oh.
is. But here's an interesting story that I think you might actually enjoy, or you might not. You might be disgusted like I was. So basically, right, and this happened, I want to say just just before 2020, so in the summer of 19. So yeah, me, my mom, her sisters, and my niece, and it's a family trip, you know. We were all basically, you know, chilling at this freaking motel, right? And me, my uncle, and my cousin had one of the vacation homes, while all the girls stayed in the other one. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes perfectly fine the first couple of days. Right? We go to the beach, we get on some of the rides, we have a good old time overall. The only thing that happened of note within those 2 days was that we went to the beach, like got our feet wet, but my uncle was afraid of the water. But that was the only thing, pretty much. And so what happens on the third day? Well, I was feeling pretty good. Woke up early. Checked on my uncle because, he has this other condition where he stops breathing in his sleep, so he needs this machine to be hooked up to while he's sleeping.
Sleep apnea. Yeah, my dad has
Yeah.
that.
So I check up on him, and he's not in his bed. And then that's when I notice that the bathroom has the light on, right? And I'm like, oh, well, my cousin Zion is up in his bunk bed, so couldn't be him. So, as my uncle, of course. I was just like, well, that's weird, because like I noticed that it was like, I don't know, 30 minutes, right? And I checked again, and he wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, he must still be in the bathroom. 45 minutes later, he finally comes out the bathroom. And I go in after him. And what do I see? The fool freaking shat all over the floor and on the toilet seat.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a little piss on it too, and on the sides of the toilet, and I was like, oh my god. Like, as soon as I looked down, I noticed my foot was on some of the... I was so mad. I was so mad. Oh my god, I nearly lost my temper. And by this point, he was in the other home getting breakfast. And I and I stormed over there. And I was like, "Mom, you should see what your brother did." I was so pissed. I think I may have said a couple of swear words too. I was like, he fucking everywhere. And oh my god, I'm gonna kill him. I basically said, I'm gonna kill him. Because I was so mad. But long story short, I did end up cleaning up after the bastard. And I was like, So that was a pretty awful way to start off my morning.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, outside of that, it was relatively alright. Because, a day later, me and my cousin got to do some pretty cool stuff. The most noteworthy thing, I want to say, is when I was freaking riding the go-karts, man. I had so much fun with that. Me and him. I didn't like what happened at the end of the day. Because, oh man. When we got back home, my cousin was, he was kind of tripping. And, I don't think I've ever seen him get that smart with me. But yeah, I ended up popping him in his mouth. And I knocked his glasses off. And he cried like a baby. I felt bad. I really did. Because I didn't want to do it, but... yeah. You know how children are when they try to like act grown and like you're not in charge of them when you clearly are, and
Yes.
they want to get extra smart. Yeah, that's how he was. That's how he was. And he was testing me for a while too.
It makes me so mad when kids do that.
So yeah, I basically sent him to bed early. Because he was so hurt that I did that to him. I didn't think I got him that hard though, but it turns out I accidentally knocked out one of his lenses too. I was like, ooh, maybe I did go a little bit far. But yeah, I fixed it and, you know, put him on the dresser for the next day. And no, man, you should have heard some of the stuff this kid was talking about. He loves to make fun of the fact that I'm overweight and that I don't have a job yet. I'm like, damn, kid, that's pretty harsh, dude. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am indeed looking for work. Don't get it twisted. I'm not just some deadbeat who sits in his house all day, you know, not contributing anything at all. It's not like that. It's just as hard to find work and stuff, you know? Yeah, and since then I've been actually trying to work out and all that cool stuff. Trying to get myself together. Because, you know, I'd rather not die an early death, you know?
Yeah, that's always nice.
Man, I'm doing absolutely awful in Iron Banner right now.
I'm not doing that great either. Running around with a Enigma's Draw, I think it's called, and the whatever
Like,
the
I'm
last wish auto is called.
hardly getting any grenade launcher kills.
Ooh. Yeah,
And
I
I'm trying to get my
basically
freaking mountaintop and my Randy's all together.
No.
Oh no 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 no! Don't kill me.
Good luck with that.
Who needs luck? I just need kills.
Someone going after mountaintop needs luck.
Nah, you just need to play a lot and get, I don't know, and get good, basically.
So basically, I'm fucked.
Basically, you gotta get like 3 kills with 1 grenade launcher in 1
You gotta
life.
do that like 25 times.
Yeah, you gotta get 3 grenade launcher kills in 1 life. Yeah. It's kind of hard to get the calculated trajectory medals, but it's possible. I mean, because that's my main problem. Like, I can do multi-kills, but it's just the medals that's the worst part for me. Because, like, if you were to look at my progress, you'd see that's where I'm lagging behind the most.
For me, I got 65% for total final blows, 33% for rapid final blows, and then 8% on medals.
Oh, so we're both doing kind of bad.
Basically.
Because I only have like 16% on medals, and that was me actively like trying for a whole day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I basically gave up on that.
So like basically like if you can, you just gotta be lucky enough to get to all the power ammo ASAP.
That's about the way to do it.
Not my weapon, man. My skill defines me. Which isn't much. Lol. I love this dude's name. Oh man. Noob 17911.
Ooh.
I love his name. It's perfect. No! You and those spectral blades, my guy. Yo. It was nice to share some campy stories together.
Oh,
We should do it more often.
Oh yeah.
That and it makes great content for my channel. Crap. As soon as I say that, I get meleeed by a hunter. Oh yeah, man, that's great content. Freaking subscribers love to watch me die. Yeah, just watch me suffer, guys. It's cool. It's all good.
Do you know if momentum control is up this week?
No! Oh my gosh! How did I miss my grenade launcher shot? Actually, I don't know. Because, you know, this is my first time coming back in a while.
Yeah. Momentum is up. I'm about to grind that out with a fighting line.
Oh yeah? I thought you'd be more down for friggin' survival. It's like, no.
I'm down for survival, but for grinding out the grenade launcher kills, I'd rather do momentum control. Fine line's going to do a lot more damage like that.
I don't mind either way. Cause I got a butt ton of freaking bounties to handle. Oh, a mythic one. Nice. Boosted me a bit. I wonder what I'll get from it. My KD isn't that bad. 1.29. I mean, to me, 1.29 isn't bad. To a professional player, however. They're like, what are you, a freaking noob? Yeah. You know what I mean, right?
Oh yeah.
I ain't no professional, so I'm happy with what I got. How do you feel about Fate Cries Foul?
I've never used it.
Okay. Makes me wonder, are these perks even any good? Zoom 30 focus, high caliber rounds, rapid hit, and dragonfly. I'm sorry, I just can't tell what a god roll is.
So for snipers, you basically want snapshot, quick draw, and basically any reload or accuracy perks you can get. The god roll for literally every sniper is snapshot, quick draw, range masterwork, and accuracy and range perks for everything else. If you can get that on a sniper, it's a god roll. Even just snapshot quick draw is automatically a god roll.
Oh man, I'm getting hungry.